Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a look here at XRP once more, seeing what's going on. Now that we swept this upper liquidity level, I think there's a good chance we could see this pull back here to these lower levels as we've been expecting from Elliott Wave. Now again, it takes a little while for this to occur, but generally speaking, there's a decent chance that could happen. So just be mindful. Price could pull back from this coin, especially if Bitcoin drops down to 33,000 or lower, like we're kind of expecting here. Okay, so again, we're going to talk about that. Once more, if we take a look at the liquidity here from before, that has been fully swept, and there's a decent chance now that that has been swept. If this works as a resistance, the price will work its way down here soon. Okay, so we're going to talk about that and much more. Of course, there's obviously some positive signs here too as well. This point is truly bullish. Do not get me wrong. I'm just simply letting you know kind of there's two sides to every story, right? So that's kind of where we're at there. Oh, quick little congrats again to our community members here, our premium members. Thanks again for the wonderful feedback. Glad it's working out well for you. We took a very nice short here from Solana here recently. Took 4 out of 5 profit targets, 40% in roughly a day and a half. And then prior to that, look at this here, injective 202%. Yeah, it took 2.5 months to get there, but I'll be happy to wait 2 months to get 200%. Again, these are safe, approximate profits that really work very, very well. So if you want to be part of that Crypto Cash Premium, link down below. If you don't want to be part of that, you just want to be part of something bigger, we got a trading academy community and signals group. Everything is available to you through our Twitter, Telegram, and or Discord, where we just got a really cool group of folks here. Everyone's willing to help out, and I just greatly appreciate all the wonderful feedback we're receiving. So nice to be a part of that with you as well. So when we take a look here at XRP on the daily, let's talk about the positive signs here, because there's still some very, very good things here. Because again, we're up over 70 on the RSI, and I just want to kind of note that it's less common for this coin to be above 70 on the RSI. Minus this one outlier here, of course, this is when the when things went very positive from a fundamental standpoint here for XRP. That's when the price stood out. But if we take a look at its history, though, for the most part, this coin is consistent, and it doesn't come above 70 very often. There's one time here where it stayed above 70 for about 3 or 4 days. No, correction, that's about a week's worth of time. So we had 1 week of 70 plus on the RSI. And then previously as well, we could see a very similar scenario there where it stayed above RSI for about a week and a half here. Okay, so there's two outliers, but when the price went crazy bonkers, it stayed above the 70 on the RSI for about 7 to 10 days. The reason I like to bring that to your attention is because we've been above 70 on the RSI for what, October 30th, roughly about 4 trading days. Okay, so that leads me to believe in the next 3 or 4 days we could very well see the RSI coming down. The price doesn't necessarily have to come down in order for the RSI to come down. You got to recognize that. But in truth, we're going to need to consolidate and continue. So if the price can stay in this range for the next 3 to 4 more days, and the RSI naturally comes back down under 70, then we probably don't need to worry about the price dropping at all. The price will probably stay the same, and it'll likely increase as a result of that afterwards. Okay? But in the immediate future, we can expect the price to pull back just based on the way that this is increased. This is a very healthy continuation, by the way, so the probability of the price pulling back is still fairly low. But if it does happen, once again, just note this here. These are two normal areas to retrace to. Roughly about 57 cents, as low as possibly 55. So 55 to 57 is a potential inevitability if the price action cannot break this plane in the near future, or if it just stays in this range here for too long. Okay? So again, just a couple of things to kind of think about there. It's not a bad thing at all, by the way. So again, I still think the probability of the price pulling back is fairly low, but it's still something we want to be mindful of. Now, speaking of liquidity here, we can kind of see how this works. If you take a look at previous liquidity levels, and last time we covered this, it was a very similar situation. When you got the price wicked up, got a large amount of liquidity left on the table, the price comes back up to fill that liquidity, comes up, now it continues to retest that as a support. So that's a natural previous resistance turn support level. Okay, we can see a similar scenario here forming as well, where you got the price wicked up, comes back down to retest that same level, but it rejected instead of breaking through. And the likelihood of the price action decreasing from here is fairly high considering that circumstance. Okay, so again, it's not a 100% guarantee, but it's definitely a probability the price action should pull back here based on the fact we haven't officially broken through that level after the liquidity has been swept. A lot of times when you sweep that liquidity, the price will break through and it'll continue. It hasn't done that yet. Okay? Again, there's a lot of other reasons why, but that's mainly what's going on right now. So you take a look at that, that's kind of just getting us an indication that the price may pull back. We also want to recognize too that the weekly close is a normal place for the price to gravitate towards as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the price wick down here at least and then come back up again. We could very well see a power of 3 where the price action comes into this lower level, and then the next one is all the way up here where the price action will sweep the previous highs. Okay. Again, different scenarios play out all the time, right? It's never a guarantee, but the truth is weekly closes are very common retracement areas, and so is 0.5 and 0.382 on the Fibonacci. So I'm still speculating we're going to see this range here retested. Once again, if the price doesn't break free from the current range and honor the ascending trend that we're in right now to the upside, okay? So if the price does break below that, we got to be paying attention. We also want to be mindful of the 50-day SMA. That's the common trend setter here. That's where this trend line comes from. If we break below the 50-day SMA, then we're going to be in a situation where we're likely to see these lower levels tested. We continue to come over here and just sweep on up, different story altogether. We can continue to maintain that bullish momentum that we have, right? So this is one of those things where patience pays off. And again, me being a patient trader, I don't mind waiting for a good entry here. Me personally, I'm going to set an alert here right in this range so I can get notified if 57 cents is tested. I'm going to see if I want to jump in there as a potential support. Keep in mind though too, the reason why this is a potential support area and it might be a good place to get in is before here where we see the previous resistance, the price had a lot of difficulty crossing this plane. It came back down to retest this as a support and continued higher. So that reaffirms the fact that 57 cents right there at that 0.382 level is a pretty significant support range. Okay. We also want to take a quick look at volume. You can see here we got the most amount of volume accumulation right there at about the 55 cent range, minus this most lowest point here right at about 48, 49. Okay. We know that's the case because that was the dip essentially. But right here is a secondary dip where right there at about 55 cents, a large amount of volume. So again, acquiring between 55 and 57 cents makes the most sense. Okay. All right, last but not least, we'll take a quick look at the Ichimoku cloud on the hourly and kind of see if this is telling us anything about this current momentous trend, if it's worth getting in or out. Well, we've got 2 out of 3 signs here telling us we want to get out of our long position. Conversion line below the baseline kind of letting us know that we've lost momentum. Lagging span's been intersected with the price action within about 12 to 24 hours. So that really tells us we should have closed our position by now. And with us being just barely above the cloud here, it's not much of a support. I think there's much more likelihood of the price action coming back down here and coming down. So to me, I'm not necessarily recommending a short position here, but I am saying that if you're going to consider taking a long, closer to the 57 cent or 55 cents range makes a lot more sense than right now. Again, I'm not much of a breakout trader. I think breakout traders are overall less successful. They'll boast about their gains, yes, but they're few and far between unless you have an established bull run. We're not truly bullish just yet. We're kind of in the in-between, the gray area, where I think we're soon to hit that, but we need to see 40,000 or higher for Bitcoin to be able to have that kind of confirmation. All right, that's where we're at here. If you have any comments, please let me know. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Greatly appreciate the feedback, no matter what kind of feedback you have. And of course, you want to jump on over to our Discord, Telegram, or Twitter. Help us grow our communities. Greatly appreciate the feedback. You want to check out our results here from last month. Fantastic results from our premium group. Again, there's limited slots available for that, so be sure to check that out here soon. But once more, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Look forward to work with you. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.